Boom. Top of the heath, 6K under the belt. Strava, check me out, hold me accountable. Another one in the books, baby. Another day that is earned. You know, people, I think, have the wrong assumption sometimes that when people get somewhere in life, they don't have to earn it anymore. It comes naturally for them. But, you know, I'm super fortunate to be able to sit down with some of the greatest minds in the world every week. And let me tell you, those motherfuckers earn the day every day. There's nothing inherently special about them. They don't ride on their talent. Talent riders don't last. That's just the truth. You've got to put the work in. You've got to do things that make you uncomfortable, and you got to earn that day. So I feel like I've earned the day today. Pushed that 6K. There was nothing easy about it. It felt a little sick to my stomach, but that's all part of the paying the rent, as my man Nimai Delgado would say. Every time I see him on the treadmill, he's the vegan bodybuilder. He says paying the rent. Every day he's paying the rent. So I paid my rent today. Now I'm gonna have an amazing day working on this film, Reconnect. Gonna blow all your minds. Super excited for everybody coming out December 6th to the premiere. It's going to be amazing. We got all sorts of great people in the house. Graham Hancock, Dorian Yates, Dennis McKenna, Michael Venom Page is dropping by. Ashley Walters is going to be a great crowd. Rupert Sheldrake. So it's going to be a great night. Super excited to drop this film on you. It's super personal. It shows my last 18 months of trying to process what happens when you have an ayahuasca ceremony. That's the single most profound experience of your entire life, which my second one was last year in Costa Rica. And how you process that. What do you do with that? How do you use that in a constructive way? And don't allow it to disconnect you from everyone else. Don't allow it to become addiction where you want to go back in next weekend and see what the ayahuasca says, because at the end of the day, you got to live in this real world with all these real motherfuckers around. Some of them have good energy, some of them not so good, and you've got to deal with it, and deal with it in a way that's noble and that's good. So dropping that on you soon, and just want to give a shout out and just send lots of love to wherever you are out there. Just saying, look, you know, I know sometimes life is hard. You know, I've been there. If I could describe to you how low I was in 2001, I don't even think you would comprehend it. My best friend had just fired me from the job he had hired me for to move to London to New York City that was supposed to be my future. He no longer talked to me. My girlfriend of 4 years dumped me. I just suffered my second overdose, and the Twin Towers had just crashed right down the road from me, and the whole place smelled like dead body and jet fuel. I remember going 7 or 8 days without actually speaking to another human. I was super low, and I was locked up inside this apartment in New York City, and I just had to make one move to get the fuck out of there, and I managed to make it to London and slowly rebuild myself. It took months, it took years, probably 10 or 12 years to actually rebuild myself up, and it's now been almost 17 years now since that happened. I still feel like I'm building. So wherever you are in life, even if you think you are lower than I was, trust me, you weren't, brother or sister, you weren't. So there is hope. And the beautiful thing is you have this knowledge. You know, I didn't have some crazy motherfucker named Brian Rose back then that I could watch one of his videos and think, man, maybe there is a way out. There was nothing, man. There was no YouTube back then. There was nothing online. Fuck, if you didn't know anybody that was like a cool cat or some inspiration, man, you were kind of fucked. And that's where I was, fucked. So I just had to do it myself. And, you know, I did have some good people around me in the end once I started changing my peer group. So I just want to say, wherever you are out there, it's all upside. Just start holding yourself accountable and start pushing into all that resistance, all those things that tell you to be mediocre, to capitulate to those. We almost have 1,000 decisions every day, and if we capitulate and acquiesce to all of them, then our self-esteem drops down a notch, and the next day another notch, and the next day another notch. But if you can start winning those little battles, say no to that drink, say no to that Dunkin' Donut, say yes to that walk around the block, say yes to that treadmill, say no to that negative energy friend, say yes to that person that gets you to level up. These little micro decisions will build and create you to be who you want to be. It will result in a final transformation. So just remember that it's all possible. The information's out there. You just have to execute, and there's tons of people that want you to do it, including me. So that's it. Lots of love from Hempstead Heath. Go make today a great day. Earn your keep, pay the rent, and go out and crush it. All right, peace.